Hey, what's up, everyone? This is James, and English Reading 100 Days Challenge. Today is day 16. Here we go. On marketing insights from A to Z. Last time we covered page 30, 30 to 40. And I think I'm going to read page 40 again for some key points that I need to address again. It's important. Indeed, it's important. Okay. Right. We are simply emphasizing that research often goes to great lengths to measure irrelevant things, including people's opinion about advertising on their memories of it rather than their actions as a result of it. Advertising as you know it is dead. Advertising is a lot more than just television commercials. It includes branding, packaging, celebrity spokesperson, sponsorship, publicity, customer service, the way you treat your employees, and even the way your secretary answers the phone. A major limitation of advertising is that it constitutes a monologue. As evidence, most ads do not contain a telephone number or email address to enable the customers to respond. What a lost opportunity for a company to learn something from a customer. Marketing consultant Regis McKenna observed, "We are witnessing the obsolescence of marketing. The new marketing requires a feedback loop. It is this element that is missing from the monologue of advertising." Brands. Everything is a brand. Everything is a brand. Coca Cola, FedEx, Porsche, New York City, the United States, Madonna, and you. Yes, you. A brand is any label that carries meaning and associations. A great brand does more. It lends coloration and resonance to a product or service. Russell Hyland, the CEO of Sanskrit Grower, observed, "An orange is an orange, unless that orange happens to be sun-kissed." A name 80% of customers know and trust. We can say that the same thing about Starbucks. There is a coffee and there is Starbucks coffee. A brand's important. Roberto Gozuita, the late CEO of Coca-Cola, commented, "All our factories and facilities could burn down tomorrow, but you'd hardly touch the value of the company. All that actually lies in the goodwill of our brand franchise, and the collective knowledge in the company." And the booklet of Johnson and Johnson reaffirms this. Our company's names and trademark are by far our most valuable assets. Companies must work hard to build brands. David Ogilvy insisted, "Any damn fool can put on a deal, but it takes genius, faith, and perseverance to create a brand." The sign of a great brand is how much loyalty or preference it commands. Harley Davidson. Harley Davidson is a great brand because Harley Davidson motorcycle owners really switch to another brand. Nor do Apple Macintosh users want to switch to Microsoft. A well-known brand fetches extra pennies. The aim of branding, according to one cynic, is to get more money for a product than it is worth. But this is a narrow view of the benefits that, sorry, hang on, do not unfollow. Do, 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 do. Do 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 do. Hello there. I mean you. There's always one friend. Every time when I go on live, you are there. Can you just put something in the chat box so that we can know each other more? Come on, don't be shy. Anything, just type in and I'll see it. Like, where are you from? What's your name? 还是你要我跟你讲中文？呵呵，你他妈闭嘴！请你闭好你的嘴。Brands are built holistically through the orchestration of a variety of tools, including advertising, public relationship, sponsorship, events, social courses, and clubs, spokespersons, and so on. Don't advertise the brand, live it. Did the brand experience live up to the brand promise? Did the brand did 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 the brand experience live up to the brand promise? This is why companies must orchestrate the brand experience with the brand promise. Choosing a good brand names helps. Choosing a good brand name helps. A, a consumer panel was shown the pictures of two beautiful women and asked who was more beautiful. The vote split 50-50. Okay, I already finished this part yesterday. So line extension makes sense in that company can coast on the goodwill that it has built up in the category and save the money that it would otherwise have to spend to create brand awareness of a new name and offering. Thus, we see Campbell Soap introducing new soaps under its widely recognized right label, but this requires the discipline of adding new soups while subtracting unprofitable soups from the line. The new soups can cannibalize the sales of core soups without bringing in much additional revenue to cover the additional costs. They can reduce operational efficiency, increase distribution costs, confuse consumers, and reduce overall profitability. Some line extensions are clearly worth adding, but overuse of a line extension must be avoided. Brand extension is riskier. I buy Campbell's soup, but I might be less interested in Campbell's popcorn. Brand strange is even more risky. Would you buy a Coca-Cola car? Well-known companies tend to assume that their great name can carry them successfully into another category. Yet whatever happened to a Xerox computers or Hans Salsa? Did the Hewlett Packard compact iPac Pocket PC overtake the Palm handheld, or did Bayer X what overtake Tylenol? Is Amazon Electronics as successful as Amazon Books? Too often, the company is introducing a Me Too version of the product that ultimately loses to existing category leaders. The better choice would be to establish a new name for new product rather than carry the company's name and all of its baggage. baggage. The company name creates a feeling of more of the same rather than something new. Some companies know this. Toyota choose not to call its upscale car Toyota Upscale, but rather Lexus. Apple Computer didn't call its new computer Mac 5, but Macintosh. Levi's didn't call its new pants Levi's Cotton, but Dockers. Sony didn't call its new video game Sony Video Game, but PlayStation. And Black and Decker didn't call its upgraded tour Black Black Decker Plus, but DeWalt. Creating a new brand name gives more opportunity to establish and circulate a fresh public relationship story to gain valuable media attention and talk. A new brand needs credibility, and PR is much better than advertising and in establishing credibility. But yet, every rule has its exceptions. Richard Branson has put the name Virgin on several dozen businesses, including Virgin Atlantic Airways, Virgin Holidays, Virgin Hotels, Virgin Trains, Virgin Limousines, and Virgin Radio, Virgin Publishing, and Virgin Cola. Ralph Lauren's name is found on numerous clothing products and home furnishing. Still, a company has to ask, how far can a brand name be stretched before it loses its meaning? Al Rice and Jack Trout, two key marketing thinkers, are against most line and brand extensions. They see it as diluting the brand. To them, a Coke should mean an 8-ounce soft drink in the famous Coke bottle. But ask today for a Coke, you will have to answer whether you want Coca-Cola Classic, caffeine-free Coca-Cola, Classic, Diet Coke with lemon, Vanilla Coke, or Cherry Coke. And do you want it in a can or a bottle? Vendors used to know what you wanted when you ask for a Coke. Brand pricing is a challenge. When Lexus started to make inroads against Mercedes in the United States, Mercedes Mercedes wasn't going to lower its price to much to match Lexus' low price. No, some Mercedes managers even proposed raising Mercedes' price to establish that Mercedes is selling prestige that the buyers can't get from a Lexus. But brand price premiums today are shrinking. Brand price premiums today are shrinking. A leading brand in the past could safely charge 15 to 40% more than the average brand. Today, it would be lucky to get 5 to 15% more. When product quality was uneven, we would pay more for the better brand. Now all brands are pretty good. Even the store's brand is good. In fact, it probably is made by national brand to the same standards. So why pay more except for show off brands like Mercedes to impress others? In recessionary times, price loyalty is greater than brand loyalty. Customer loyalty may reflect nothing more than an interior inertia, inertia or absence of something better. Inertia, inertia 不活动。Inertia, a tendency to do nothing, will remain unchanged. Inaction, passively. Inertia. Customer loyalty may reflect nothing more than inertia or the absence of something better. As someone observed, there is nothing that a 20% discount won't cure. The companies handle its brand through brand managers. But Larry Light, the brand expert, didn't think that the brands are well managed. Here is his plans. Brands do not have to die, they can be murdered. And the marketing Draculas are drowning the very lifeblood away from brands. Brands are being belittled, bartered. Instead of being brand assets manager, they are committing brand suicide through self-inflicted wounds of excessive emphasis on prices and deals. Another concern is that brand management structure may militate against carry out effective customer relationship management practices. Companies tend to overfocus and organize on the basis of their products and brands, and under focus on managing their customers well, called brand management myopia. 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 Heidi and Don Schwartz, marketing authors, believe that consumer packaged goods model for brand building is increasingly is increasingly inappropriate, especially for service firms technology firms, financial organizations, B2B brands, and even smaller CPG companies. Consumer packaged goods. They charge that the proliferation of media and message delivery systems has eroded mass advertising's power. They urge companies to use a different paradigm to build their brands in the new economy. Companies should clarify the corporation's basic value and build the corporate brand. Companies such as Starbucks, Sony, Systems, Marriott, Hewlett Packard, General Electric, and American Express have built strong corporate brands. Their name on a product or service creates an image of quality and value. Companies should use brand managers to carry out the tactical work, but the brand's ultimate success will depend on everyone in the company accepting and living the brand's value proposition. Prominent CEO such as Charles Schwab and Jeff Bezos are playing a growing role in shaping brand strategy. Companies need to develop a more comprehensive brand building plan to create positive customer experiences at every touchpoint, events, seminar, news, telephone, email, person to person contact. Companies need to define the brand's basic essence to be delivered whenever it is sold. Local executions can be varied as long as they deliver the feel of the brand. Companies must use the brand value proposition as the key driver of company strategy, operations, services, and product development. Companies must measure their brand building effectiveness not by the old measures of awareness, recognition, and recall, but by a more comprehensive set of measures, including perceived perceived value, customer share of wallet, customer retention, and customer advocacy. Business to business marketing. Today's companies increasingly assign national and global account managers to manage their largest customers. Account management system will grow in the future as more of the world's business becomes concentrated in fewer but larger companies. But today, B2B companies also are driven to replace high cost sales calls and less expensive contact channels such as tele and video conferencing and web-based communications where possible. A video conferencing improves and costs come down. Companies will reduce the number of field visits to customers and save on the high costs of transportation, hotels, dining out, and entertaining. Another force that might reduce the role of the sales force is the growth of web-based market exchanges, price differences, especially for commodity materials and components, will become more visible, thus making it harder for salespeople to influence buyers to pay more than the market price. Change. Change, not stability, is the only constant. Companies today have to run faster to stay in the same place. Some say that if you remain in the same business, you will be out of business. Note that companies such as Nokia and Hewlett Packard gave up their organizational business survival calls for self cannibalization. Your company has to be able to recognize strategic inflection points defined by any Groover of Intel as a time in the life of a business when its fundamentals are about to change. Banks had to make changes with the advert of automated teller machine, and major airlines have to make changes when a new competition coming from low fare airlines. Jack Welch at GE admonished his people, DYB, destroy your business, change or die. When the rate of change inside the company is exceeded by the rate of change outside the company, the end is near. Tom Peters advised to meet the demands of the fast changing competitive scene, we must simply learn to love change as much as we hated it in the past. uh, communication and promotion. Communication, communication, and promotion. Among the most important skills in marketing are communication and promotion. Communication is the broader term, and it happens when planned or not. A salesperson's entire communicates, the catalog price communicates, and the company's offices communicate. All create impressions on the receiving party. This explains the growing interest in integrated marketing communications. Companies need to orchestrate a consistent set of impressions from its personnel, facilities, and actions that deliver the company's brand meaning and promise to its various audiences. Promotion is the part of communication that consists of company's message designed to simulate awareness of interest in and purchase of its various products and services. Company use advertising, sales promotion, salespeople, and public relations to die to disseminate messages designed to attract attention and interest. Promotion cannot be effective unless it catches people's attention. But today we are with print. We are deluged. We are deluged with print, broadcast, and electronic information. We confront 2 billion web pages, 18,000 magazines, and 16,000 new books each year. In response, we have developed routines to protect ourselves from information overload. We toss most catalogs and direct mail unopened into the waste basket, delete unwanted and unread email messages, and refuse to listen to telephone solicitation. The attention economy that's the glut of information is leading to attention deficit disorder. The difficulty of getting anyone's attention, the attention deficit is so pronounced that companies have to spend more money marketing than making the product. This is certainly the case with new perfume brands and many new films. Consider that the makers of Blair, the Blair, the Blair, the Blair, the Blair Witch Project spent $350,000 making the film and $11 million to market it. As a result, Marketers need to study how people in their target market allocates their attention times. Marketers want to know the best way to get a larger share of consumers' attention. Attention-getting approach such as high-profile movie stars and athletes, respected intermediaries close to target audience, shocking stories, statements, or questions, free offers, and countless others. Even then, there's a question of effectiveness. It is one thing to create awareness, another to draw sustained attention, and still another trigger action. Attention is to get someone to spend time focusing on something, but whether this leads to buying action is another question. Companies. Companies. Right, I think that's it for today. Thank you so much and see you next time.